meet our first possible fooler.
I see Penn as my main foolish adversary because I'm doing a circus routine, and Penn says he's carny trash, so there's some sawdust in his blood. In a way, Toronto itself was my first theater. I started with street magic, where you draw in an audience from strangers. I think a background in street magic really helps me roll with anything that happens on stage. Life's supposed to be an adventure. I've jumped from planes, I swim with sharks. Weirdly, fire has always been a part of my life. My girlfriend is a fire dancer, and we met choreographing a fire show. And my stepdad was a fireman, a hero. He showed me about facing danger instead of running from it. Because human lives can change in an instant. You think you're secure until things hit you when you aren't looking. Magic helped me so much when real danger found me. I'm going to tell that story on stage because telling it helps me process what happened. When Penn and Teller see me perform, they'll also be watching me heal.
He's about to blow your mind. From Canada, here's Spencer Scurr.
The magician Harry Blackstone Jr. once said, "You should never perform anything on stage more dangerous than what you would do in your own living room." And the magic I'm about to show you is something I started working on after my living room and entire house blew up. Not because I was doing dangerous magic, just to be clear. But it's true, a few years ago, my house was destroyed in an explosion. And somehow my roommates and I made it out unharmed. But picking up all the pieces and putting our lives back together was a long and painful ordeal. So I decided to fight fire with fire. And the magic you're about to see is what really helped me process and untangle a lot of those difficult emotions. It's about danger, it's about destruction, and it's about fire. But it's also about healing. And to make sure everyone can see this, I've got a much bigger piece of rope here and the same pair of scissors. But I'm going to need a little help from Penn and Teller. Penn, Teller, would you join me up here on stage, please? Thank you so much for joining me. Now, when you see a pair of scissors and a piece of rope in magic, well, I think you can guess what's about to happen next. But I want everyone to see that damage nice and close. That's pretty even. But this magic is all about putting things back together. And technically, these ropes are now back together. But I promised you something a little bit better than that, right? I promised you all some more danger. I promised you all some destruction. And I promised you all some more fire. Now, before we set anything on fire, though, Penn, Teller, could I have you each put on those pairs of fireproof gloves next to you?
Sure.
Penn, I'll have you grab this one in your right hand, wrap it around once to keep it nice and secure. Teller, I'll have you do the same with your left hand in this one. Wrap it around nice and tight to keep it secure. Keep a little bit of slack in this rope because we're going to lower it down into that fuel can right there. Okay. So I'll have you two come together just a little bit, and we're going to go back to the fuel. And right into this can right here. Because the louder everyone here claps and cheers, the more fuel we will add. Are you ready? I think that should be good. Now I'll have you two walk that knot just forward past those tables. Keep a little bit of slack in the rope. And stand with your feet apart facing the audience. Excellent. Both hands on the rope. And in a minute, we're going to count down nice and loud, 3, 2, 1. And when I say pull, you're going to snap that rope nice and tight between you. The faster and the snappier you do it, the better. But now, it's time to add the fire. And to me, fire isn't just a force for destruction. It can also be a force of healing. There is something cathartic, something therapeutic about handling a thing as dangerous as fire. In a situation where you know everything will be okay. And as that burns, I invite everyone here to look into the flames. Think about a time in your own lives where things became whole again, even though it felt like they would be in pieces forever. And keep your eyes on the knot as we all count down together. Penn, Teller, are you ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready? Yeah. Here we go, nice and loud. 3, 2, 1, pull! And that is one solid piece of rope, completely reconnected.
Scurr, everyone. Did your house really burn down?
My house really blew up and it was on fire a little bit.
What happened?
There was basically an explosion in my neighbor's unit that knocked our house off the foundations. And
Oh my gosh. I was going to ask you if it was part of a rehearsal.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Wow. Have you ever gotten hurt rehearsing something like this?
I've never had a burn that was felt an hour later working on this routine. The worst burn I actually got was from a glue gun working on a prop in my living room.
That is good.
Which makes the Harry Blackstone Jr. quote perfectly accurate. So,
Would you say that in some way that you are an adrenaline junkie?
I think maybe a little bit. I think in a weird way, danger kind of calms me down. If you're holding a piece of fire in front of you, your brain can only really worry about that, and everything else kind of fades away, and it's pyrotherapy, I guess.
Okay, Spencer, let's find out if your fire magic earned you a new Fool Us trophy.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Spencer, boy, fire is so good. Frankenstein was wrong. Fire, good. The audience loved it. We loved it. You know, cut and restored ropes, cut and restored anything are a really wonderful trick. Always intellectually interesting, always counterintuitive. Using fire as a magical cause is really good. Giving it a story is just fabulous. It was just a wonderful, wonderful routine. It's very hard to make a cut and restored rope mean something, also be exciting, and also to have a really clear magical cause. And we just loved everything about it. Unfortunately for you, sitting here, there is a collective 100 years of doing magic. And we have done an awful lot of torn and restored things in our lives. And although the knot was beautiful, all that stuff was beautiful, it's all stuff we are familiar with, but man, the fire added so much. So we don't think you fooled us, but man, we love you.
Sounds like they loved it, but what do you think? Do they know how you did your magic?
It's Penn and Teller. They know how I did it.
It was a wonderful trick. We enjoyed that so much. Thank you.
Thank you so
Come
much,
back and
Brooke.
see us.
I would love to.
Pleasure having you.